Hi, welcome to the second episode of this Python programming series. I am your host, James. In this episode, we will learn about what a value is and the data types in Python. So let's get started. When we write a Python program, we are going to write our Python code in this window, and the code that we write is going to go into a Python interpreter, which is a program that's running behind the scenes. It takes what we write in our code window, interprets it, and then, depending on what we write, it might send something to the output. The number 100 is an expression, and when we write expressions, the Python interpreter computes the value of those expressions. So, we have expressions, and every expression has a value. In the case of the expression 100, the value of the expression 100 is just 100, and then every value also has what's called a type. A type is like a category of data. So, the type of 100 is an integer, which represents a whole number. The type of 3.14, because it has a decimal place, is something called a float, short for a floating point number. We can write expressions that compute all the values we want. In Python, these computations happen behind the scenes, again with the Python interpreter. But typically, we want our programs to give us some feedback. We want to do something and then receive some value in the output window. In other words, we don't just want our source code to go to the Python interpreter and get no output, we usually want some output or feedback from our programs. To do that, we need to use what are called print statements. A print statement is a special kind of expression that tells something to show up in our output window. The way I do that is by saying print, open parentheses, and then the value of whatever expression I want to print out, and then close parentheses. So, if I only say print 100 and I run my program, then I'll see that in my output window, I get 100 because I specified that I want to print out the value of this expression. Notice here that print 100 prints out 100, but when I say just the expression 3.14, it doesn't lead to any output. In fact, the Python interpreter has stored the value 3.14, that's why it is in red color. Another type that we've seen in an earlier lecture is a string. For example, when we say print hello, world, then this expression hello, world is a string. A string is a sequence of characters, and if I run this program, it will print hello, world. The expressions we've written so far are what are called literal expressions, where the value is the same as the expression itself. So, the value of the expression 100 is 100, and the value of the expression 3.14 is 3.14. If you're not sure what type a given value has, Python has a convenient function called type. The type function tells us the type of a given value. For example, if we print out the value of type when called with the string hello, world as an argument, Python is going to tell us that this is a string. It will tell us that this isn't an int. If we don't call the type function, we get the value itself. But if we print out the type of 3.2, we get that this is a float. So, let's run our code, and what you'll see is that when we print out the type of hello, world, Python tells us that this is a string. When we print out the type of 17, Python is telling us this is an integer. This is just as printing out the string hello world itself, but if we print out the type of 3.2, then Python tells us that this is a float. I hope this clarifies the concepts of values, data types in Python. If you have any more questions or need further clarification, feel free to ask in the comment section. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell so you won't miss any of our upcoming videos. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next episode.